Fortnite Chapter 3 is practically confirmed with new leaks about Spider-Man being in the Battle Pass, the sliding mechanic, and a bunch of new POIs all covered in this video. And I know, Epic Games hasn't officially come out and said, hey, Chapter 3 will be here in 3 weeks, so let's step back and show you why we are absolutely certain that Chapter 3 will release on December 7th. Okay, after months of trying to make conspiracies out of little hints and teasers, we can finally say that Chapter 3 is officially confirmed to be next season. Not only have reliable leakers come out and said that they have insider information about this, but with the latest update for Fortnite, the files for the upcoming live event have been revealed, and one of these files literally called it the Chapter 2 finale. You can't get any more confirmed than that, right there in the file, so get ready to say goodbye to Chapter 2 because in just 3 weeks, we will be playing a new Fortnite map. Chapter 2 will officially end on December 5th, and 2 days later, we will be thrown into the new chapter. And if you're wondering why we'll be getting a new map, that's because of the Sideways Island. You probably heard a ton of nonsense all season about how the Cube Queen is gonna spread her corruption or something like that, but no, it doesn't have some kind of deep meaning. She is literally going to spread her corruption throughout the entire island. Yeah, just recently we got a leak of exactly what the Fortnite map will look like at the end of Chapter 2, and the entire thing has been corrupted with the Sideways. Now, if you watch our storyline videos, this won't come as a shock to you, but even then, it is still crazy to actually see the leaks in front of us. The map is going to be completely overrun, and all of this will just be the build-up to one of the biggest live events of Chapter 2. And so you're probably wondering, what's gonna happen? Well, we got you covered with everything we know about the live event. Let me say, the live event is going to be incredible. We know that it'll be the final showdown between the Imagined Order and the Cube Queen, and whatever happens, it is going to completely annihilate the island and send us to Chapter 3. This event is currently codenamed Guava in the files, but in-game, the placeholder name is both Chapter 2 Finale and simply The End. It's going to be even bigger than Operation Skyfire because while that event had 5 phases, the Chapter 2 finale will have 7. The event will take place on December 5th. It will take us into downtime that will last 2 entire days. And during this event, we will be taken to The Bridge, which we've seen on Donald Mustard's Twitter banner. We also know that it will involve the 2 most important characters in the storyline right now, John Jones and the Foundation. There are leaked voice lines for him in the files, and the live event files for John Jones have also been updated, which means he'll be making an appearance as well. Not to mention, well, Donald Mustard's Twitter. I mean, man, this guy can't keep a secret. But these weren't the only files that were updated because get ready for the return of the black hole. Now, once the live event ends, of course, we'll be getting almost 2 days of downtime, and those are proven in the fact that the files for the black hole have actually been updated. In this week's update, the black hole will now show us that a game update is available while we're in downtime, so it confirms that something will be appearing during that downtime. It might actually be the same black hole or something much cooler, so I am super excited to see what it is. But once we jump into Chapter 3, we can be assured that we'll finally be getting Spider-Man. As you definitely know by now, the new Spider-Man No Way Home movie is releasing this December, and well, perfect timing, so is Chapter 3. And so Spider-Man will of course be making his way into Fortnite during the next season. It was leaked around a month ago when leakers found a mythic web slinger in the files, and of course there's only one person that could belong to. With the new movie right around the corner, it couldn't be any more obvious when Spider-Man is swinging into Fortnite. We've been waiting for this collab for 4 years, and he's the most anticipated superhero ever added to the game, so we're definitely getting too excited waiting for him. And while we do that, it turns out that Chapter 3 will bring us to the location of the 7. All the way back as early as Season 6, there was an insider who dropped everything there was to know about Fortnite. They leaked the Ariana Grande concert. They then revealed more members of the Justice League and Task Force X were going to be added. They even leaked Batman Who Laughs and Naruto. And so this is where it got even crazier. This insider then revealed that the Cube will return at the end of Season 7, which it did, and that Season 8 will include something called the Sideways. My point, people, not a single leak in this list turned out to be a lie. Now we're here at the end of Chapter 2, and there's only one leak left. And that is Chapter 3 will finally reveal the location of the 7, and they are still by far the biggest mystery of the entire storyline, and we'll finally be getting some answers next season. If anything, it's possible that we might even get a 7 POI, which will be awesome. And speaking of new POIs, Epic recently revealed the new POI and sliding mechanic. In a loading screen for the upcoming FNCS Season 8 skin, Epic accidentally revealed 2 entire new features that will be arriving in Chapter 3. The first of which is an all-new sliding mechanic that has been in the works for a few months now. Yes, animations are in the files which show Fortnite will let us slide around next season, and we'll still be able to aim and shoot while sliding. You could actually see it in this loading screen, and you could also even look closer into the background for another tease. Have you noticed that this place isn't anywhere on the map? I mean, this might be a brand new POI that we'll be seeing in Chapter 3. I mean, think about it. It makes no sense why Epic will create an entirely original POI just for one loading screen, don't you think? Oh my god, people, it gets worse because Epic just keep leaking and leaking, especially when it comes to Star Wars and Star Trek coming to the game soon. Yeah, sci-fi lovers all around are going to be super excited this December because Epic isn't just dropping a new Star Wars skin, they're also releasing a Star Trek collab as well. One of the most popular Star Wars characters of all time, Boba Fett, is finally coming to Fortnite on Christmas Eve this year. He'll also be dropping alongside his companion, Fennec Shand, who is also going to be in the Boba Fett show. And as for Star Trek fans, it looks like Picard might be coming your way in Chapter 3, as Donald Mustard has teased it on Twitter. He recently tweeted randomly about old people facepalming, and only one thing comes to mind when you think about it. Now, I know that's a really crazy theory, but it's not the first time Donald has teased crossovers with the most random tweets. Okay, good example. Just a few weeks ago, he randomly talked about his pair of jeans and how they were perfect. Well, that ended up just being a tease for Jean Grey, aka Dark Phoenix. Guess what? She's in the item shop today, okay? So yeah, Star Trek is definitely next on the list, and they might even release it in the next few weeks. But sometimes you have to look back on the past to predict the future with the GROTTO'S return. Alright, Season 8 has been a roller coaster, especially with all of those cubes we've had to track, but the icing atop of the cake has been revealed, and it's the return of a classic POI from the start of Chapter 2. Over at the Grotto, this place has been completely filled with water since the map was flooded in Season 3, and since then, it's just stayed here. It's almost like Epic forgot about it, except, well, they actually didn't, because with each week, the Grotto has drained more and more, and it looks like it might be fully drained by the end of the season. And not just that, people, because the files for Brutus and his bodyguards have been updated recently, and there's even a loading screen in this season's Battle Pass which shows what the Grotto might actually look like once the water is fully drained. I'm losing my breath here, people, okay? Too much content. Chapter 3 is just jam-packed because we're also getting the saddle item. Yeah, there's a saddle in the works of Chapter 3 that will work exactly like it sounds, okay? It's a saddle. You put it on any wildlife to become rideable. Boars, wolves, even raptors will finally become useful with this upcoming saddle item. I'm assuming it'll probably work similar to the saddle from Minecraft, so expect that. I think it's gonna be a game changer when it arrives in Chapter 3, and so will the throwing axe item. There are two items that were leaked last month, and they could play a huge role in Chapter 3. The first of these is a throwing axe weapon, which Epic is still testing. It'll simply let you throw an axe and even catch it. It seems like it could definitely be dropping next season. And there is also an unreleased Port A portal item that is actually going to work just like a storm flip, but instead of summoning a storm, it will create a sideways bubble on command, which sounds insane. But something we've been asking for since day one of Fortnite is finally confirmed to be coming in Chapter 3, and that is the long-awaited No Builds LTM. There is a lot of things in the files, but something that is absolutely coming next chapter is a new LTM in the works called No Build Duos, and as you can see, it'll clearly be a mode where building is straight up disabled. Now, we had a taste of this with the Sideways this season, and honestly, it feels really refreshing to have parts in the map where people can't build a skyscraper in 20 seconds. So this mode will definitely be coming in clutch for us guys who want to try out a no build mode. And while us noobs will love that, the pros are going to adore the 2022 World Cup. Yes, in-person tournaments are finally returning, especially for Fortnite, and this could definitely mean that a World Cup is on the table. 2022 might finally be the year that we get a new World Cup, and I mean, the last one was such a huge success that Epic are obviously thinking of when the next World Cup could be. Although with how things are going with the world right now, could 2022 still be too early for another huge event? Looks like it could be on the table, but nothing is confirmed. Something that definitely is planned though is Winterfest. Next season will finally bring us what we've been waiting for, and that is the return of Winterfest. Now, last year's holiday season was pretty cool, but nothing will top the feeling of going into Crackshot's cabin and opening your daily present, and it looks like that'll be returning in Chapter 3. Epic is working on an updated version of the Winterfest cabin and challenges for the 2021 holiday season, and I've never been more excited. It is literally one of the greatest seasonal events Fortnite has ever done, so, you know, it's no surprise we're getting another one, but I can't be happier, people, okay? I love Christmas. And if it's twists and turns you're looking for, then just wait for Chapter 3 to give us a Fortnite Among Us collab. Okay, after the complete mess that was the Imposters mode drama, Epic and Innersloth have finally made up, and it looks like they have officially confirmed we'll be getting a Fortnite Among Us crossover in Chapter 3. It'll probably be Fortnite Cosmetics and Among Us, and then probably the other way around as well. I'm expecting crewmate and Imposter backblings, maybe a scaled POI or something. I mean, it's not like we get Among Us skins, we all know what those would look like. Oh my god, nightmare fuel. But the biggest thing Chapter 3 will give us is Unreal Engine 5. It's confirmed that Chapter 3 will bring in a new era of Fortnite as we slowly transform from a Battle Royale game to a straight-up sandbox platform like Roblox and Minecraft. We're moving to Unreal Engine 5 in Chapter 3, which could mean a graphics update like we got last time. But it also means they'll be getting Creative Mode 2.0 midway through the chapter, and this is a code name for modding. Yes, modding is coming to Fortnite in Chapter 3, and it will be the biggest thing that has ever happened to the game. We'll have to wait a little longer for that. It's coming midway through the chapter, so don't expect it for years. And yeah, while that seems like a long wait, it's still not as long as people waiting for the return of Fortnite iOS. And unfortunately, it seems like iOS Fortnite may be getting shut down in Chapter 3. Now, you have to understand, they've been stuck in Chapter 2 Season 3 forever, and recently Apple banned Epic Games from the App Store for up to 5 years. So it looks like as we move into Chapter 3, it's going to be more and more likely that iOS Fortnite may disappear for good. It's not the outcome anyone wanted, but it seems like iOS players might not get to play Fortnite until Chapter 4, maybe even Chapter 5. And even then, it's more likely that iOS Fortnite disappears for good in the next year or so. I mean, it's a real bummer. I mean, look at Fortnite China. They shut that down because you can't do microtransactions and they can't update it anymore. And think about Fortnite Mobile. It's kind of the same thing. And while I'm upset about that, on the bright side, we might have cracked a huge theory about the Chapter 3 map, and that's the FLIPSIDE theory. There's a huge chance that the upcoming Chapter 3 map is actually underneath the Chapter 2 island. Recently, Tabor Hill dropped a video teasing Chapter 3 and said the phrase, "catch you on the flip side." And then he went on to theorize that the Chapter 3 map is actually upside down and underneath our current island, aka it's on the flip side, which makes a lot of sense, right? And that was it until a few days ago, because Donald Mustard himself posted a video with absolutely no caption, and it would be considered normal if any other person had posted it. But this is Donald Mustard, okay? 95% of his posts are teases, and this one isn't any different. Check it out. Yeah, looks like we're catching Donald on the flip side too. And that is everything we know about Chapter 3. Thanks so much for watching. It's been Tommy. Keep it here. Top 5 Gaming.